So far in our previous demonstrations, we have addressed the first three work items in our temperature conversion project: defining team members, defining categories and releases for work items, and defining sprints and iterations. In this module, we'll address the next work item, sharing code with Jazz Source Control, by importing our project's initial source code into an Eclipse Java project and sharing it with the rest of the team through the Jazz Source Control repository. This code will represent the 0.1 version of our project, or the starting point for our developers working in Rational Team Concert to enhance this application. Let's begin by creating a new Java project in Eclipse. We'll give this project a name. And we'll tell it that we're going to use existing source as a starting point for this project. We have that source stored out on our C drive under the temperature conversion folder. We have some option to do some other Java settings, but we don't need to set those at this time, so we'll just finish. Now we're given the option to open the Java perspective in Eclipse. This perspective is designed to support Java development by offering views such as a Package Explorer view and a type hierarchy view and others. We'll go ahead and open that perspective to make it easier to work in our Java project. So here is our Package Explorer view. And here we see the Java project that we imported. It's got three folders: a core folder, a test folder, and a UI folder. And each of those folders contain a particular piece of Java code. So now we want to share this code through our Jazz Source Control repository. So we'll right-click and from the Team menu, select Share Project. We have the option of choosing either CVS or Jazz Source Control as our version control repository. We'll choose Jazz Source Control and click Next. Now we need to define a Workspace component where this source code will be held. The only component we currently have specified in our in our Eclipse workspace is components for a different project. So we're going to go ahead and create a new repository workspace for this project called April's Temp Conversion Workspace. And furthermore, any changes that we make in April's Temperature Conversion Workspace, we're going to want those changes to flow up to the temperature conversion stream team. This effectively defines where the changes made in April's workspace will be delivered to when they're ready to be shared with the rest of the team. So we'll select the default component underneath the temperature conversion team stream and click Next. And we can finish. And now as this code is being shared, we'll notice in our Package Explorer that the icons have been modified to indicate that there are changes made in our workspace that have not yet been delivered up to the team stream. And we also see those changes here in the Pending Changes view at the bottom of the screen. So the arrow indicates that there are changes in April's Temperature Conversion Workspace that need to be shared with the Temperature Conversion team stream. We can drill down into this change set to find the specific files that are included in this delivery. And as we would suspect, all of the code that we just imported is included in this outgoing change set. So we can right-click on April's workspace and deliver to push those changes up to the temperature conversion team stream. And now we see that the icon in our Package Explorer for each of those artifacts has changed to indicate that those files and folders are stored in the repository. So now that we have our initial project source code imported into Jazz Source Control, We can take a snapshot of this initial configuration so we can always identify and revert back to this starting point of our development effort if necessary. A snapshot is a repository object that includes exactly one baseline for each component in the workspace. Our current workspace only contains one component, so this snapshot will create a baseline for the temperature conversion team default component using the same name as the snapshot. If we go back to our work items perspective and open My Repository Workspaces, here we see the new temperature conversion workspace for April that we just created. We can right-click on this workspace and select New Snapshot. We'll give this snapshot a name, version 0.1, corresponding to the initial release name that we chose in the previous demonstration. Now that this snapshot is created in April's workspace, similar to how we delivered our project changes in the last example, we can also promote this particular snapshot up to the team stream. So we select promote. We're given the option to promote it to the temperature conversion team stream, since that's where our changes flow to, and we'll click OK. Now at this point in our demonstration series, we have created a new project area in RTC and configured it to contain our customized iteration plan, team members and roles, and the initial snapshot or baseline of our source code. In the next set of demonstrations, we'll explore how we can further customize the work item types and the process, specifying preconditions for various operations and required approvals for specific events that this team will adhere to throughout the life of the project.